shark bait has such teeth, dear.
This size is largest in Ecuador at 17.61 centimeters. The smallest is Cambodia at 10.04. I have booked my flight to Cambodia. Why? Because in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man would be king.
I like what they're measuring in centimeters.
Me too. I don't even know what that means. So,
but the number's bigger.
Yeah, it's got to be way bigger, right? I was going to look it up, but I was afraid I wouldn't even be very good in Cambodia. So I thought, nah, I'm not going to look that up. You know, I'll just pretend like I know. I had no plans to go to Ecuador anyway, but Cambodia maybe. Yeah, who knows?
God bless the metric system.
That's right. Anyway, this is number 61, episode 61. That's what we're entitling it, right? Mm-hmm. Episode 61, for those of you that like titles instead of numbers. And we are Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. That's tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. But as a group, we are the patron podcast. I think I popped my P's.
Yeah, I noticed that too, yeah.
Okay, maybe I should get a little bit further back when I'm going to pop my P's. We are the patron podcast for Auto Brewery Syndrome, for provocatively dressed Catholics, and for midgets from the Mideast. That's right. Yeah. Yes. We're up to 3. See, we're ever changing too. Mm-hmm. We earlier we were a patron podcast for other things, but as the world needs us in different ways and places,
we evolve.
We do. Yeah, good term. So we've evolved to those 3 things. Go to our website. Our pick 3 last week and this week, we actually had some people answer.
Yeah.
The main question is with the Olympics coming up, and I think we should do this for 3 weeks too, since we'll be in the middle of the Olympics. Your favorite Summer Olympic sports to watch? Favorite Summer Olympic sports to watch? Pretty much we've got pretty much normal kind of things. Although, did you see Jim from Michigan? You see his answers?
I didn't.
All 3 were Brazilian women's beach volleyball. All 3 answers. So I imagine that took the lead. I don't know how Jane does it exactly with our scoring system, but if it's 3-2-1, that's 6 points right there.
Yeah, and see, I get shit for being shallow. Your answers are shallow. His are shallow.
No, mine aren't shallow. No. You are shallow. You are. I wish I knew some metric system where numbers to tell you how fucking shallow you were.
Leaders.
And also on there, we have a fantasy football team for you to build. And this isn't just we did one with the Steelers a few months ago, but this is all-time quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, and tight ends, and you build your team off of how much money they give you there. And kind of an interesting exercise, I thought. You haven't done yours yet.
I have not.
No, I saw that.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do that this week. What do you think?
We'll see.
Okay. So that's 2 things. You go to our website, and 2 easy things to do. Pick 3 favorite Olympic sports and your fantasy football all-time team. Okay. It's time for me to nominate a living legend.
Whoa.
Yeah. So now this will be on our website also, but this is the sheet we started with way back when. And there's the first page.
Right.
And then I think I'm doing this right. Yeah, I am. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We're coming down to Jeff T. Jeff T.
There it is.
Who has been a very loyal listener and watcher, I guess. He was late to the game. We were at about, 30 or so, around there, and he didn't even know we were doing this. And even though we don't give last names, except for Cox, because that was his nickname, so we had to.
Right.
It's not going to be too hard to figure out who Jeff T is, because Jeff T owns Pepe's.
There you go.
But, okay, to give him a little plug,
for
those of you that aren't from Pittsburgh, Pepe's is by far the best sandwich. Like, Permanis gets all the Pepe's is so much better than Permanis, in my opinion.
Every day.
It's not even freaking close.
No.
Not even close. Now, okay, Jeff T right now, he's watching. He's happy. Now we're going to piss him off.
Oh, why you got to go do that?
Yeah, but well, hear me out here. We're going to have him on the show. I already talked to him about that.
Awesome.
But he wants to come on and tell war stories. And he even has good ones. He has good ones.
Nice.
And no, he is like, he got thrown out of Metropole, like thrown out. He has good stories. But when you have the owner of Pepe's on, I think people want to know, how'd you get started? How'd the Roethlisberger take place?
Right.
All the famous people that have come through there.
Yeah.
And how did it start? They have pictures on the wall.
Right.
So many. Some famous and some not so famous, because I've been up there for quite a while, as you see. And if he did his job right, I want to find out all those things. And he wants to tell that, but he also wants to tell his old drunken war stories. And then we don't have. I guess we could do 3 hours, but I don't think we want to.
That just brings back the whole idea of recurring guests. We'll do a segment, and then we'll leave the audience wanting more.
We always say that, but if we had anybody back, we've talked about bringing everybody back.
We have.
And we have had nobody back.
Is that
correct?
One, no.
Okay.
We've had 9 interviews, I think, this point. No recurring.
Yeah. Okay.
We can have them all back as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're gonna like this. You don't know this one, and this wasn't from. I got something from the New Scientist coming up, but
nice.
This was from I think People Magazine threw this out here. Guys with beards make better partners for females because they're more committed than people with no facial hair.
See?
So, and it's funny. Just yesterday, and we might get into this a little bit more in a little bit. We were talking to a young lady, and I think we were both selling ourselves. And she said, "You're both married," and I said, "Well, every relationship has obstacles." So sometimes you just have to find a way to get past that. So, women, both facial hair. I shouldn't bring this up for you, but it's a facial hair that's totally unkempt. might take away that advantage that.
No, it's all right. I brush it all the time.
Do you?
I have beard oil, the whole shebang.
You ever trim it?
Oh no,
I didn't think
this
so.
is my COVID beard. May of 21 was the last time I shaved.
Okay, all right. I have a walking update for those of you that watch. I walk on these artificial turf fields because it's kind of good for my ankles, and I run into there's 2 full-size football / soccer fields with lacrosse on it too, and it's just open most of the time, so people can do whatever they want. And I talked about Cam Hayward being there a couple of times. Now, I don't have anything quite like that, but I have some, okay, here's some things I witnessed in the last 3 weeks to a month. Some people have their personal trainers out there. This guy had his son, a lacrosse player. He brought himself a beach chair, placed it on what would be about the 20, 25-yard line, had the lacrosse goal at the end zone. He just had a bucket of balls sitting in his chair. He'd roll it out. His son had to scoop it up, run all the way around his chair doing whatever this is with lacrosse, and then take it to the goal and shoot it or throw,
Yeah.
And then come back and roll out another one.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Mr. Miyagi type stuff.
Yes.
Nice.
And then I don't know if this wasn't the same day because it was at the same part of the field. There was a soccer player, and I'm not a good judge of talent with soccer and stuff like that. And he looked like he probably could play a little bit, but he looked like it was me and there were some other people there. And it looked like he wanted to impress. So he tried to kick one as hard as he could.
Uh-oh.
It went over the net, over the fence, over the hill behind the fence into someone's yard. That was going to take a while for him to retrieve that ball.
Good for him. He deserves it.
I don't know. Maybe he should not try to impress so much and just put it in the fucking goal,
Cocky prick.
Okay. Then we'll go to another day. there were 4 high school football players there
Mhm.
with a pretty good babe filming them.
Nice.
Unfortunately, for one of them, there were 3 skill players and 1 lineman. There really wasn't a lineman to do. The 3 guys were taking turns, taking a snap and running patterns and guarding the guy, one-on-one there. And the lineman just stood there. Then every once in a while, when those guys needed a break, they'd kind of get in a circle like the Harlem Globetrotters and throw the ball around, and then the lineman would participate in that. But that's about all he could do. So
yeah, it's a thankless position.
that's right. You did that.
Yeah.
And, there's no glory in that, is there?
None.
Not even during the off season.
Nope.
Okay, and then like I said, I don't have any Cam Hayward stories, but I like this one a little bit better. I get there, and down at one end with a personal trainer is a girl that I would guess was in college. And if you're a college athlete, you're looking pretty good. Down the other end was a woman doing her own agility skills with a soccer ball, and I'm guessing she was a senior in high school.
I'm sorry. I'm completely distracted by Zelda.
I see that.
She is going to absolutely demolish the camera, and I hate to do that to you.
Okay, well, that's
sorry.
all right. This story made me not that good anyway. Maybe I should. But anyway, okay. So we got the soccer girl one, the high school girl the other, both looking nice.
Yes.
But then the girl that I reported on one of the time, a 9.4, I called her.
Oh, yeah.
She's there, and this time I'm surmising she was watching a few kids. So she had to work out on the side of the field. Like the first time she was in the middle, she was like doing push-ups and stretches and right where I walked. And okay, so I got up close and personal look. I did not underrate this girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I lengthened my walk that day. When she left, I left, but I was not going to leave before that. That's
good for you.
Sure. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice.
Okay, moving along before Zelda kills the camera. New Scientist magazine. 2 scientists came up with much research, the perfect size container for discarded pistachio shells. I mean, I can't even add to that, can I?
Right. What do you mean?
Okay.
What's the size?
They didn't even tell you the exact size.
Jesus.
They told how they figured it out, and they did some mathematical equations and all this shit so they could get the perfect size container for whatever size pistachios they had.
Good.
Yeah. People have too much fucking free time.
And it was probably funded by the government.
I didn't even read that, but luckily it wasn't our government, at least. It was,
right.
It was over in Europe. Okay, I think this just deserves a quick mention. You and I, we don't go out except for beer night. We don't go out. Well, me and Tiny socialized yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Went to a tailgate
in
party.
Public.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was dressed worse than he is now. And but we actually had a pretty good time.
We did.
I thought we'd stay about 3 hours. We stayed about 5.5. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Something around there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to put the picture up of us there, okay?
Yep.
And do you have any comments about that? Or
no, it was all good. I think I was doing okay. I think you were cock blocking me a little bit.
Well, if I'm not getting it, you're not getting it either. Damn it. I will admit that. Yeah,
it was good. It was fun. It was,
Because I will admit, originally I said she could sit on your lap, and then I took a little longer look, and I said, no, you're sitting with both of us. I can't have him just have that. So, yeah, maybe I was cock blocking you a little bit. All right, 2 more things. We're probably taking too much time already. I participated in a trivia contest this week.
Ooh.
Me and my wife and another couple. One who watches, the other guy doesn't. She tells him about it, but I've known this couple for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe how dumb I am. Have you ever participated in one of these?
Probably not.
This was an old school one where you actually took your answer up to the guy. And he would check them and then put the scores up. And there were 12 teams.
Okay.
And first of all, I knew I was in trouble. I got there, and there were several tables reserved for people participating in the thing. So I said, "Uh-oh, they're here for the serious shit." Because I thought, we had 4 college grads in our group, but
you amateurs though.
Exactly. There were 12 teams, and he could only fit 10 on the screen for when he showed the score every time. For a while, we were on the second page, which means we were the bottom 2. At the very end, we surged, and I think we got up to 6th or 7th, I think.
Okay.
But oh my God!
Wow.
But okay, all right. So let me just give you an example.
Oh boy.
They give the category, and it was NFL. So I told my group, "Don't worry, I got this," because I'm pretty good at the NFL. It was what team played their first games in Hagemeister Park.
What the?
Exactly. And we got this one right.
At least it's multiple choice, I hope.
No.
Oh, you got it.
No, not this one. There were some multiple choice at the beginning, but
Holy
this was
shit.
not multiple choice. And well, I mean, I had no freaking clue, but Hagemeister sounded German.
Yeah.
And I thought, where did the Germans settle way back in the day? So we limited it down to Minnesota or Green Bay, and we threw in Green Bay, and it turned out to be right. They played there from 1919 to 1922.
Jesus.
I mean, I thought they were going to say like something about Jim Brown or some damn thing, you know. I wasn't expecting that. And then I'll just bring up one other question. The last question of the day, which I think this brought us up a little bit because we didn't guess. Some other teams did, not put them down because the last question, if you guess, you lose points. They put up a photo of a guy who supposedly somewhat famous. Not one of the 12 teams got him. So right there, it's a dumbass question.
Yeah, that's right.
You ever heard of Jason Clark?
Jason Clark? No.
Me neither. Maybe you can find a photo of him too. But
what's he known for? I mean,
he's an actor, I think. But as soon as the guy announced that no one got him, me being the smart ass I am, yelled, "Well, then he's not very fucking popular, is he?"
Right. Screw that.
Exactly. Okay. Last thing. We had a person, you know him, right? Justin, yeah. Ask about things on our desk here.
Yep.
And we actually never have gone over them, and we don't get many people asking us anything about anything. So right. we owe it to Justin to go through this stuff real quickly. Justin, you're going to be disappointed. It's not that freaking interesting. These are beer cans that I've actually drank. I don't leave any. You can attest to me there. This is what I've drank today.
That's you can tell how long the production meeting was based on
this production meeting wasn't very good at all today. I have several trophies here, and this one I didn't even think. Can they see that?
No.
Okay, perfect. I think they can see it on some.
Last week we were further back with Miller here.
Okay.
The red one's the first one they can see.
Okay. Even on a big screen?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, shit. Okay. See this one? I thought someone gave that to me. I mean, I thought that was tiny or something. And it turns out that's from a 1995 Mercer JC's tournament. And I did coach in that thing. So it's all tournament team. Obviously, one of my players didn't pick it up, although none of them deserved all tournament team. We got our fucking ass kicked. But my most, the one I'm most proud of here, I have earned the other ones. This is 2011 Cards in a Hat. Yeah, and I mean, it was one of the things I ran at CCAC, and I did win it. And maybe someday I'll talk about what Cards in the Hat was. We have a few extra pair of sunglasses or glasses here in case, like last week, mine were falling down my face, so I couldn't do it. Yep. Probably the nicest thing here, and your wife got this. I forgot about that. Is a personalized Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk ashtray. Yeah. And I will be lighting up my stogie next. It always goes out the first segment. So I thought I'm going to wait till the second segment.
We should market those with our bottle openers. Yeah.
And everything else. And all the other going so damn well. Okay. I think, is that all I have here?
I think so.
Yeah. I have some Kleenex, but I usually just pick my nose instead. We got 2 lighters in case this one fucks up. We have another one.
Yep.
We have a cigar cutter.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Just the stuff. I don't know. The jar is of course is Derailed Distillery. They're not a sponsor, but they may as well be, because we've shouted out to them quite a bit.
And I need to get there.
Yeah.
I need to get there.
Yep, that's Derailed Distillery in Valant, PA. Next to that is my 1988 EBL trophy.
Yeah.
We won in elementary basketball league. That was our champ. We won that year.
Yeah, but you won on illegal shit, right? Didn't you make the trade?
We made a trade mid-season. We traded with the Cavs. We got maybe their first or second best player, and we traded Guru for him.
Which was your worst player?
He wasn't worst, but yeah, it was definitely a lopsided trade in our favor.
Okay.
And we ended up making a run after that trade and won it all. Next to that, the Macho Man. This is a thing, a collector's item actually. Slim Jim puts those out. You'll see them in your local convenience stores. There's another one where he's wearing a headband that I would love to get my hands on if I could find one. But this was from a BP, and it had a bunch of beef sticks in it. And I offered to buy all the beef sticks in the thing if they would give me the container for it. And so that cost me $55 worth of beef jerky.
And didn't you have another one that you broke?
It fell and broke, and I replaced it. Yeah,
okay.
it's it's fiberglass, so it's brittle.
So that one cost you $55.
That one cost me $55. Yeah,
right.
And then the thing next to that you can barely see. That's the Crystal Skull vodka. That's Dan Aykroyd's brand. We found out. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no, I don't remember that.
okay, it's just a cool bottle, so I kept it there after we emptied it. So.
And we also have what's this called?
Our mixer board.
Mixer board, and we're going to get a new one, right?
It's been since been delivered. Yeah, we're going to upgrade. So
how about that?
This
show will be even better.
I'll be quick because we're at 21.
Oh yeah, be real quick.
We're going to upgrade. We will have a 4-channel board. This is a 2-channel, so people, if we have interviews like with Miller we did last week, we'll be able to plug him in rather than hand the mic off back and forth. So,
okay. You'll still have room, a hard time fitting in between us two and getting all 3 of us on the air.
We'll have to really back up the camera.
Okay. I do have a story. It's not going to be as long as normal, though, about me coaching golf, and I know nothing about it. Welcome back. Like we said, sometimes we're a lot funnier off the air. Yeah, that's why more people should come. Actually, we have nobody.
Oh, it's a ghost town.
Yeah, there's not even. Okay, Zelda's still here. All right.
Yeah,
all
she's
right.
half asleep.
All right. This is a story about me coaching golf. And I coached at the community college, junior college level for 8 years.
That's
It is insane. And in all fairness to me, when the AD came up and asked me to coach, I said, I know nothing about golf. He said, I still need you to coach. And I didn't want to do it. So I went to the former coach and I said, what do you need to know to coach the golf team? He said, you need to know how to drive that fucking van. And I said, oh, well, I can do that. And so I took the job because I was going to become a baseball umpire then.
Jeez.
But I calculated how many games I'd have to umpire and how much shit I'd have to take.
Right.
And I'll say one thing for golf, coaching golf is there's not too. Let me give you an example. At the end of most team sports, like you're either happy or pissed or here, this would be a typical golf match. The 4 coaches sit around a table and just wait for the scores to come in. Okay. And you have your 1s, your 2s, your 3s, your 4s. And it's usually like 4 teams. Sometimes it could be more, but 4 teams at a match. Okay. And so all the 1s came in. So we write down we look at their card and write down their score. Then the 2s come in and we write down. Then when everybody's in, we add them up. And then this actually happened. The one coach said, okay, you came in first, you came in second, I'm third, you're fourth. And then one of the other guys said, no, I didn't get that. Let's add those again. Oh, you came in first. and there's no emotion. It's like, okay, hey, we'll see you next Wednesday.
Wait.
I swear to God.
Wait, how? So first of all, like, what if you don't have, like, do people not play? Like, if you have 10 golfers and you only have 4 teams,
usually you could take up to about 7. But here's what happens more often: you need 4 for a team score.
okay,
Teams wouldn't have 4, so those kids could still participate, but there was no team score for that. So a lot of times, say me and you had 5 golfers each.
Yeah.
So we would take the top 4 scores, but these 2 coaches, they only had 2 or 3.
Okay.
Then we would write them down, but they weren't in the team thing.
So there was team and then individual score.
Yes.
And okay, I get it now. So
yeah. And then now the conference was a little more intense. I'll admit that, because you're trying to win the conference, and when I coached, you were also qualifying for the states to go to the next round. So or the region.
That's how track was.
Yeah. Okay. But no, during
you didn't have to like strategize, like, you know, hey, we need you to win on this team. So
well, we're getting there.
Oh,
we're getting there. That's where.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
And let me just add one other thing. I watch more, even though I don't know anything about golf, I watch more golf than any of the other coaches.
Oh,
because they all go out and play. Like they hurry up and get their stuff ready before the match starts, so they can play 18.
This is like a cheap way to play a good golf.
Oh, absolutely,
What?
Absolutely.
It's kind of a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's why most coaches had an assistant coach, including me, so that guy could play for free too.
That's not a bad.
That's
gig.
how I met the guy from the Clarks. He became the assistant coach because he was friends. So, yeah, he played golf all the time.
There you go.
But anyway, since I wasn't a golfer, I would actually watch more of the match than any of these damn coaches.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. So finally, after about the 3rd or 4th year, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I can do something strategy-wise.
Yeah.
So that year, even though it was a co-ed sport, hardly ever were women playing, but they were allowed.
Okay.
And one year I had one, and she was cute, she was well built, and she was how do I say this nicely, liberal with her sexuality.
Oh,
how about that?
There we go. I like her already.
And she even talked like a dude as far as about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So I decide, well, the only thing you do as a coach is you decide who's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's pretty much a done deal every time. Your best guy won. I said, okay, I got this. I had 5 golfers the next day. We were playing at Westmoreland, and it's about 35 minute drive from Monroeville. And I said, I'm going to put her first, and she's going to play. And I told her, okay, the only thing you got to do is dress like you normally do.
You were going to say this.
I said, yeah. I didn't even have to tell her this, but I said, you wear the lowest cut thing you have, which she did almost every day anyway. And I thought, with that showing and with her talking, those guys are going to be way below.
Absolutely.
And then my next 4 are going to come through. And I said, I'm going to win this I'm going to win us a match tomorrow.
That's some sound strategy.
Very sound, very sound. But there's more to the story.
Oh, no.
Like there always is. Isn't there, people? Yeah. So the match started at 1 all the time, but we would leave at 11, and I'd usually feed them before we. So that day, her and this other dude on my team, they had a class till 11:30.
Oh.
So they said, "Hey, is it okay if we just drive out?" And I said, "Yeah, no problem." And so everything was still in place, but I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And long story short, they never show up. So now I only have 3 golfers. My big strategy totally out. I don't even have a team score that day. So the next day, before I even had a chance, the dude comes in the office and says, I'm really sorry, coach. I said, wait, what the fuck happened? He said, we were driving and she was just looking so good and talking shit. They stopped at a little hotel on the way. And
Good for him.
I couldn't yell at him.
Yeah, right.
I said, I don't blame you. I would have done the
Man.
same damn thing. So I said, there's only one excuse you could have given me that I would have accepted, and you just gave it to me. Yeah, I don't blame you. So it was. I thought it was a great strategy, but it never, like, if it would have worked that day, who knows?
Oh, yeah.
I've been able to do that and then I even was thinking ahead. I thought maybe I'll just recruit like a good girl to play that can't play at all, but just kept putting her out there and screwing up with the rest of the team.
Yes.
Maybe, like I said, we were allowed to bring 6. If I had 2 hot babes and place them in the right place, we could win all the time. But yeah,
you almost have the plot to, like, I imagine like somebody like a Lorne Michaels Saturday Night Live crew. This is like a plot for a movie almost, like. There's these 3 loser dudes on the golf team, and they're in the coach, and they recruit the hot chick. That's like a movie, right? You can do a whole thing right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like we used to do about the first 2 paragraphs of the Penthouse letter. I always have those first 2, but I don't get to number 3. My strategy didn't work. I didn't get to sleep with this chick.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
but at least one of my teammates, one of my players, was very, very happy that season.
Well, there you go.
Okay, we'll be back with Facts of the Week. Welcome back. We got Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. We got Facts of the Week. Returning from a 1-week absence. We got 4 of them for you this week. 4 of them. One of them's, 2 of them are pretty short. One of them's ridiculously short, but I just thought I had to say it. Okay, this one, first one, Vera Dejikmans. She's 23 years old from London. She's an OnlyFans model.
Good for
her. You know her?
I can't say that I do. No.
She rejected more than 5,000 men who applied to be her boyfriend through 15 questions that she posted. She went on a date with 3 of them, 3 of the 5,000.
Yeah.
But said none of them, she said, I need a guy to be almost perfect. So I got to say, Vera, I think your answer's right here. Put down your London tabloids or whatever the fuck they got over there. Get off the Thames River. Stay away from Big Ben. Watch us. Yeah. Watch us here. I think you might get some. And as we already mentioned, guys with beards, they're the ones you want to be with.
That's right.
Yep. All right. So that was Vera. I thought maybe I'd know her because isn't OnlyFans or is that a dating site?
No, it's just it's a content site. I think a lot of adult entertainers use it because the fees aren't as much as some of the others.
Okay, so yeah, you should know that one then. Okay, that's fine.
You make it like I'm a connoisseur.
Yeah. Well, more than most. Okay, this one, I know the answer. It's rhetorical, but at the end of this, I'm going to ask you if you would have done the same thing as Anna Lee Dozier from Washington, D.C. She was at a thrift store and spent $4 on a vase.
Okay.
And she kind of knows about bullshit like this, about museum stuff. And it turns out it was a genuine Mayan artifact that's at least 1,200 years old.
Wow.
But she's donating it to a Mexican museum. She said, I feel very lucky that I got to have it, but now it's going back to where it should be. What's your thought there? Wouldn't you put it online and see how much you could get?
I ain't Indiana Jones. I don't think any of that shit belongs in a museum, especially, if you remember the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark where they pack it away in the vault and all.
Right.
No, show me the money. I'm cashing out. No,
yeah. What do you think 1,200-year-old vase would get you?
Boy, that's a better question. I mean,
you ever watch Storage Wars?
I did up until everyone said that they always plant stuff.
They plant stuff, and then when they took Dave off, he was a good prick. Yeah,
he made for a good villain.
I kind of stopped watching it too, but it seemed like you probably get pretty good money for 1,200.
Now, not to digress here, but I have had instances. Do you remember Record Rama up on 19?
Mm-hmm.
I bought a CD there for $5 that it's worth several hundred because it was a single from an album that never got released as a single.
All right, no. just reminded me of something. Like I said, we socialized yesterday. Tell that dumbass story you told yesterday. Let me see if I'm going to get most of it.
Go ahead.
You have 2 copies of an album.
Yeah.
And somebody offered you how much for one?
They offered me $800 for
$800.
Yeah.
And you have 2 of them.
I do.
And you don't want to give that up.
I do buy, and the part you made, I only paid $50 for it. But yeah. So it when I buy the records, I usually buy 2 so that I can out of surplus. What I said to you yesterday, and I say it again, I would rather trade for something. The person that offered this to me is also a collector. And I would probably there's got to be something in his collection worth equal value that we could work out a trade rather than.
But you don't know you're ever going to get trade value, right?
I don't know. I mean,
isn't 1 in the hand better than 2 in the bush?
Well, I guess. I don't know. I have a hard time with that.
Okay.
If it were something,
Well, to each his own. I'm not criticizing. Well, yes, I guess I am criticizing.
Yeah, no, you are. No, and you did yesterday,
That's
too.
exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, you dumb shit. Why would you do that? Okay. So, no, I'm criticizing. How many of you would criticize? Awesome. Okay. The third fact, there's no trick to this or anything, but this is the fact that and I think you'll be interested, University of Florida signed an 18-year-old basketball player for this coming season. Mm-hmm. He's 7'9".
I've seen this dude.
Have you?
Yes. Like he doesn't even have to stand on his tiptoes.
Right.
His wingspan, he's like 11 foot tall with the wingspan.
I can't wait to see him play.
And he's not like a complete oaf either. He they show him diving for a ball out of bounds and like shooting the ball a little. I mean, it looks 7'9".
That's one thing I'll say. Okay, most of us old time basketball players. Yeah, back when we played, we did this, and this. They can't do this anymore. Back when I played, if you were over 6'4", you probably couldn't do shit. Now that's a point guard in the damn NBA that can do everything. The athleticism and there's no more to shit. Oh yeah, he's a big guy. You don't have to guard him,
right?
Except underneath. No, that's out the door. But anyway, those
7'9", right?
7'9".
And he's only 18, so
right?
they're saying he
could grow.
Yeah,
he could grow.
Yeah.
So if you have a chance to tune in this coming season, the University of Florida might be worth it.
There you go.
All right, last fact. A British man identified only as Richard. The great ones only need one name. That's right. What they say.
That's right.
He had a superb marriage of over 20 years, which is good for Richard. That's you, too. Yeah, and I'm over 20 years, too. But now they're getting a divorce.
Go on.
You knew there was going to be more, huh? His wife found his deleted iPhone messages on a computer, setting up encounters with prostitutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And he's suing Apple for $6 million that he lost in a divorce plus legal fees. He said, if you're told a message is deleted, you're entitled to believe it's deleted.
He has a good point here.
He kind of does.
I mean... what do you got to do to make something go away?
Right. And it wasn't even, she didn't steal his phone. Somehow I don't even know how this goes. iMessages go to the iMac.
Yeah.
I don't understand all that.
I'm not an Apple snob either, but well, you are an Apple snob.
I am. Yeah. I am. I haven't been with prostitutes for 2-3 years though, so I'm not that worried.
They don't keep them that long.
No,
the messages. So
exactly. Okay, good. I thought you meant they didn't keep the prostitutes that long, which they shouldn't. I have a story about that someday. Okay, that's the end of that, and we will be back with the movie and music game just as soon as I go outside and pee. Yes, you all know what it's time for, unless we have anybody new out there. It's the movie and the music game, all in the same segment, separate games. I'm going to make a prediction.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to predict you get the movie game, which I never predict. And I'm going to predict you miss the music game.
Wow.
We'll see.
We already did one off-air music game earlier. Tesla.
Yeah, we did.
Or the song,
we did.
anyway,
We did. Yeah, but I don't know. Was that the official title?
What the Tesla is the band that covered
No.
it. We still
I'm telling the
Signs
title.
is the name of the song.
Oh, Signs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
See, we regress again.
We do. As we often do. But
Right.
now that I have my cigar lit pretty well, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay, with the movie game, I give Tiny and you can play at home. Get out your home version. Character, 6 if you need them. If he hasn't known shit for a while, so I haven't even had to bring up this rule. He doesn't say it until I'm done at the end, but he hasn't known many for about 8 months.
Oh, it's been
You've had a bad. I'm not saying you never got any, but and that's why I hate to predict that you're going to get this one, but I think a lot of people are going to get it. Okay. All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
I don't think you'll get it on the first one. First character, Philip Barbet.
Oh, jeez.
Like I said, I didn't expect you to get it there.
Nope.
And how about Coach Turnbull? All right, now here you have a chance. I think a lot of people are going to get it. If you have it already, you're really a fan of this. But I think some people are going to get it off this. I don't think you are.
Okay.
Derek Lutz. Derek Lutz. I know.
No.
Even though he was one of the stars. He was pretty fucking funny. Okay. Professor Turgeson.
Boy,
so far no good. Huh?
I don't like my chance. These are names that would resonate if I knew this one.
Well, the last two should do it. I'm going to guess some people already have it.
Okay,
with Derek Lutz and Professor Turgeson, and maybe even Coach Turnbull. Thornton Mellon.
Oh, I know that name. Shit.
Well, you get one more too.
Okay.
So you're going to know the movie and not remember the name of it, aren't you?
Probably.
Okay. And this is, I don't know why any education movie has not used this before this movie. Dean Martin. Someone should have used this before this movie. But yeah, Philip Barbet. Hey, Philip Barbet, Coach Turnbull, Derek Lutz, Professor Turgeson, Thornton Mellon, who was the star, and Dean Martin. Dean Martin. Yes, Dean Martin.
Oh, I don't know it.
Oh, God. You suck. How many of you got it? Yeah, almost everybody, right?
Go ahead.
It's Back to School.
I was going to guess a Rodney Dangerfield movie.
Yeah, he was Thornton Mellon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You want to give a year?
I could picture the son of a bitch. Let's see. Back to School. I'm going to say 1987.
See, it's 1986.
Damn.
Should I give you credit for when you come within one?
I wouldn't.
Okay. All right.
If roles are reversed, I would.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, a few quick things about this movie. $11 million to make, $91 million.
Wow.
Yeah, $80 million profit. Someone's got to be pretty fucking happy with that, right? I know last week it was even more than that, but
and Kinnison wasn't as big a star then at that point as he was later, right?
And he was Professor Turgeson.
Yeah.
And they originally wanted Jim Carrey for that role.
Really?
Yeah, I think Kinnison was way better. Way better.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I think so too. Rodney in real life was an acrobatic high diver in his youth.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had no idea about that.
This is a movie I've seen so many times. The young character, he was the lead guy in Christine when they did the Stephen King movie.
Thornton Mellon's son.
The kid with the black hair.
Jason Mellon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the lead character in Christine, the Stephen King movie.
Okay.
For the book on the movie about the book. I know a lot about this fucking movie except the names.
Unfortunately, that's what this whole game is. Yeah. And okay. First of all, Harold Ramis rewrote the script.
Oh.
Harold Ramis.
Jesus.
I was telling my wife this yesterday. I think he's actually, or he was because he's passed away now, the funniest guy on the planet.
Dude, seriously.
Almost every movie that I really, really like, every comedy, he came in and had something to do with it. Either he wrote it from scratch, or he rewrote it, or he did something with it.
Yeah.
And this one, boy, was this smart. Originally, Thornton Mellon, Rodney, was poor, that movie would have sucked.
Oh, it'd been terrible.
Oh, yeah, because he could do anything because of his money.
Right.
Can you imagine if he was poor?
What the hell?
That movie would have been just horrible.
That's like half the movie.
Exactly.
Big parties.
Exactly. Redoing the dorm.
Yeah.
Paying off Kurt Vonnegut. And then stopping the check. Yeah. Yeah. Thank God for Harold Ramis. My goodness. Thornton Mellon being poor. Who came up with that
seriously?
Crap? All right. So you're over 2. And I don't think you're going to get this one.
Oh, boy.
All right. You ready for the music game? I give some lyrics, and then you guess the name of the song, the artist, and the year. If you get the name, you and Paul G are undefeated.
Still, that's right.
So Paul G, get ready. All right,
use my lifeline.
Okay, here's the lyrics. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day.
Yep.
You know it?
California Dreaming.
Oh, good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Who sang it? I'm shocked you got that one.
Son of a bitch. Well, now see, this is because of the Wonder Years. If you remember that TV show, they played all these kind of songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I remember the song when it came out.
Yeah. See, before I was born again.
Yeah.
I think.
But you got this one, so you should be. Yeah, that's usually what you bitch. Oh, I was before I was born, but you actually got this one. You were born when Back to School came out. You didn't get that. All right. You don't know who sang it?
I think I can picture it. No, I don't. Go ahead.
And what year? How about give me a year?
69.
65. Oh. So you went your normal 1 for 5 this week. It was by the Mamas and the Papas.
Nah, I wouldn't have got that.
No?
I was thinking, no. I have like no, that's not who I
thought Mama Cass was right up your wheelhouse. Okay. So back to School, great movie. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. It's hilarious. I saw it about a week and a half ago. That's why I put it on, because I it's one of those ones, once you turn it on, you can't turn it off. You got to go till the end. Yeah, unless
they edit out the swearing.
I don't do that. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Well, 1 for 5. That's about your norm. All right, we'll be back. Oh, this is going to be. Wait a minute. Am I going the right order? No. Oh, this is big. Tiny has Argy Bargy to himself. This is we haven't done that yet, so don't touch that dial.
Give us some of that giving it all to Jay. Give it some of that.
2 Saturdays ago.
Oh, we're on. Sorry. I fucked up. Sorry.
I think that's perfect. 2 Saturdays ago, a few of us were free of burden of wife and kid. So we had an impromptu ride developed. And we decided to take the ATVs up to Marionville, PA.
And you do this fairly often, right?
The impromptu part doesn't always happen.
Okay.
But yeah, we ride.
But how often do you ride a year? Pretty often.
We ride, 2-3 times during the summer months. Right. Yeah, sure. So we're up to Marionville. It's up near Cook Forest, if people are familiar with that. It's up north of Cook Forest, over that way. Place we ride, it's part of a national. It's part of the Allegheny National Forest up there. So we're like, okay, let's do it. It's only like an hour and a half away. Let's go. So according to their website, the riding park opens at 8 a.m. So most of the guys are pretty prompt. We get there 10 minutes to 8. We are at the visitor center waiting to purchase our passes to go riding at the Allegheny National Forest.
So things are looking good.
At 8:10, we are still the only people in the parking lot at the visitor center to purchase our passes. We went up to the door. The visitor center is only open from 8:30 to 4, Monday through Friday. 99% of the population, when do they ride? The fucking weekend.
Right.
So apparently,
but just to give you a little shit.
Go ahead.
You had no idea?
I would I did not know this.
You know,
and I have to take blame because I coordinated this effort.
There is something called the internet.
Well, they say the park's open at 8. Why would the visitor center not be open?
All right, I'll give you that.
So apparently they leave this to the retail folks in the area to handle selling passes. Well, if you've ever been up to Cook Forest, ain't much in the way of retail up there, right? There's nothing there. So Forest Lodge is on 66. It's about 5 miles from this visitor center. We're like, and it's known to sell riding passes there.
How'd you know that?
We purchased them there before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an actually really cool campground that people. It's one of the few places that have access to a trailhead, which isn't all that common up there. So great. Let's go to Forest Lodge. It's 5 miles up. We get there, pull in, and there's guys getting ready, whatever, that stayed over. Yeah, except the desk doesn't open till 9. So we sit there for an hour with our dicks in our hands in their parking lot, waiting for the front desk lady to come get us our passes so we could go riding. My Argy Bargy, or Argy Bar, is it Argy Bargy or Argy Bargy?
I think it's Argy Bargy.
All right.
But I don't know that for sure.
Government, fix this. It is 2024. Every other place I ride, not that I'm some world traveler, I'm talking places that are run by the state or get funding from the state, private grounds. West Virginia, I can buy passes online to ride and sign waivers in advance to go ride whatever the fuck I want. Fix it.
So is this a whole Pennsylvania thing?
It's national. It's a national
because it's
park.
A national park.
That's what's fucked up about it.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the state parks aren't nearly as bad. It's the national thing is the issue, and that's my bitch. Fix it.
Okay, that's good bitch. Thank you for that, Argy Bargy. We'll be back with, I think this is going to be worth staying tuned for. It's chilly, etc., but we have a definite theme here coming up. Hang on. So I had a reason. Okay. This is good. You're going to be happy you stayed on for this one. This is F. Mary Kill, Chili, Hopscotch, Arby's, Willie Nelson, Afghanistan, Centralia. You know what F. Mary Kill is. Chili, pour a bowl of chili on someone, play hopscotch with someone, go to Arby's with someone, but you're having the beef and cheddar with Arby's sauce, so it's going to get a little messy. Willie Nelson, you're going to go up the St. Louis Arch. You get to the top, the elevators break, and you're up there with you, the girl, and Willie Nelson. Afghanistan, you're going to be in a crawl space for 2 days. I think originally I said 3, but 2 days is good enough. And then when you get out of the crawl space, you're not sure if you're safe or not. You might be, you might not be, you don't know. And then the last one is you're taking a trip to Centralia, Illinois, which I actually knew 2 guys that did this for real. That's why I came up with this. And they drove in a car with no air conditioning and no radio. And that's about an 8.5-hour drive from here. I think it was a little farther for those poor guys. But anyway, the subject of this week's women are Pittsburgh athletes either married or dated these women. And now I'll go through the list here in a second, but I eliminated 2.
Oh,
me and you like Kutch's wife too much.
I was glad to see she wasn't.
Yeah, we'd have both married her, right? So we even though last time we did 4 or 5 the same, I'm trying to keep away from that. But I knew we both just like her way too much. She is really nice and everything. We probably like her. She's probably too high on a pedestal. There must be something wrong with her, but we just haven't found it. I mean, I even know where they go grocery shopping. I was thinking I never go there.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking about it. You know,
should,
yeah, I should like show up there every day.
Absolutely, with a dive bar talk
absolutely,
business card.
Absolutely, I'm sure she'd love us.
Of course.
And then the other one, when Ralph Kiner played for the Pirates, he dated Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know it either. But
okay,
since she's dead, I figured I wouldn't put her on. Okay. So here are the women and who they date. Livy Dunn, the LSU gymnast, dates Paul Skeens. Most people know that now. Mm-hmm. Vanessa Hudgens, I think she's married to Cole Tucker now. They just had a kid. I don't know if they got married or not. They just had a kid.
They've been together for a while.
I think, a long while. Mm-hmm. Alyssa Milano, used to date former Penguin Robbie Brown.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. And I didn't know this one. Mike Comrie, who played for the Penguins for a while, but he played for a shitload of teams. He dated Hillary Duff for a while. No, actually, he married her.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he married her. But I'm not positive because I don't really. I made these notes too long ago. Sorry. Lainey Wilson, very famous new up and coming country singer.
Never heard of her.
Didn't you?
Not before this.
Okay. She has been with Duck Hodges for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Former Steeler quarterback.
Yep.
Jeannie Bouchard is a professional tennis player from Canada, and she used to date Mason Rudolph, former Steeler quarterback. And then there were a couple I could have gone with for Big Ben, but Natalie Gulbis. Did you know her? A professional golfer.
Is that her?
Yeah, pretty well known in her day. Not now, but she's still nice. So anyway, Livy Dunn, Vanessa Hudgens, Alyssa Milano, Hillary Duff, Lainey Wilson, Jeannie Bouchard, Natalie Gilbis, and we have with the F, Mary Kill, and the 6 of the new ones. I gave it up to Tiny. I don't know what his answers are, but we picked 7 of those 9.
Yep.
So 2 you were eliminated, but you're not bound by like 1 F, Mary Kill. You can use all 3 of those.
Right.
So you go ahead and tell me, and I'll keep score here.
Well, you'll be happy to know for the first time in quite some time, I will be killing someone this week.
See, you're an asshole.
What?
You're a total asshole.
What are you talking about? I always get shit for not killing anybody.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you people something. I keep this every week totally blind to each other.
Yeah.
But this week,
you're killing someone.
No, I wrote to you and I said, "Hey, I'm killing someone."
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah. So you wouldn't do it. So we wouldn't.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
No. Go ahead now. Okay, this is what's the trouble with. I don't even know. What are you, a Gen something?
I think I'm Gen X.
Whatever the fuck you are. You send someone a text and it's only 2 paragraphs. They don't read the second fucking paragraph. It's in there. I
don't think so. Oh,
yeah. You see it, don't you?
I'm killing someone so you can continue your no kill.
Yeah, and then you kill someone this time. I wanted to make sure we had one different. You're a piece of shit. I'm glad I interrupted your last fucking segment. I wish I'd have talked more over you.
I'm still fucking killing her.
Okay. Yeah, but it's going to be the same one, I have a feeling. Go ahead.
Okay,
you go ahead. My fault.
So I'm going from your list here.
All right.
Since I read it now. Livy Dunn is first. I'm just going to go as far. I'm just going to F her.
Okay.
She's getting a little too big for her britches. You know, she's almost on the verge of getting some chili dumped on her head because the whole celebrity status thing and whatever.
You say that, but you're effing her.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Which actually, this is a good segue. Vanessa Hudgens.
All right.
I feel like the two of them they're like that couple that just wants to be famous. Like they're almost borderline Prince Hucklemuckfuck for me. So Vanessa's getting the chili for me.
Okay.
Alyssa Milano. Now I will say, 12-year-old Greg. She's way higher on the list, but now that I'm an adult and hear some of the bullshit she says, and she's so annoying. And I remember her during COVID speaking up and just shut the fuck up. So she's out. I'm killing her.
Okay.
I'm killing her.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's yours or not, but I don't care.
So far, we're 3 for 3, asshole.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. See, at least we would have been 2 for 3 if you'd read the fucking. But go ahead.
Wait a minute.
Ahead.
So I'm getting shit anyway, and we're still. God damn it!
I give you all these damn choices. I tell you one thing not to do, and you fucking do it. Go ahead. I'll have my own reasons.
Go ahead.
That are probably better than yours. Okay. Go ahead.
Hillary Duff. I think I'm going to Centralia with her because I think she's been around for a while, so she may have some good celebrity stories to tell while we're in the car together. Lainey Wilson, again, never heard this name before we started. I'm marrying her because I can retire and she can go have her career and support me. Not that the other ones can't, but she's younger. Let her go work and do whatever. the Jeannie. I just looked her up right before Jeannie.
Yeah.
I'm taking her to Arby's.
Okay.
I kind of like that. I
You have a reason?
just to to see where things go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, unfortunately, I don't know much about Natalie Gold, but as soon as you said golfer, I remembered that. But I associated it with Ben. And,
I send you these things 3 days, 4 days in advance, so you have time to look these up.
Listen, I'm very busy. I'm making social appearances in Pittsburgh. I'm very busy. I don't have time for your nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sat there and drank for 5.5 hours yesterday. You didn't seem to have a problem with that.
So,
by the way, he drank for 5.5 hours.
I did.
That didn't bother him, but he put a little tobacco in his damn mouth, and it fucked him up.
Boy, what was it? Zin? Is those what those
I
are?
can't remember.
Oh.
I think you're right. Yeah,
I got loopy on that real quick. Like, yeah.
I was almost going to say maybe I should fucking drive.
Dude,
back,
I was, you might have had to drive if I would have kept that in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for Natalie?
I just associate competition with Ben, and I think so I'm taking her in hopscotch, and I'm going to beat her.
Oh, okay.
And then they're going to be pissed because they're very competitive.
Okay. All right. Can I go now?
It's your show.
It's my show when we fuck up. When things are going well, it's our show. When things are shitty, it's my fucking show. Okay. Like I said, we were 3 for 3, and actually we were 4 for 4.
Fucking Christ.
Okay. I'm effing Livy Dunn because she's gorgeous, not because she's too big for her britches. And I figure then I'll blackmail her and I'll get good seats to every time Skeens pitches. So I say I'm effing you because I'm allowed, and then you don't want him to find this shit out. So I want a box or front row.
I want him to find out that dude's 6'4", 235. It'd take him about 10 seconds to.
I'd have problems.
Yeah.
Okay. I am not a big Vanessa Hudgens fan, and I poured chili on her too. Now, I will admit, I made some notes here, and I don't know what they mean. So I'm not going to go with it because I have Forest Service and COVID stuff, and I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But Alyssa Milano, absolutely killing her.
Yeah, fuck her.
She's an activist, but not. I have nothing against activists. You have a passion about something, but when you have a passion about 17 fucking different things, I start to wonder if you just like to have your name out there,
right?
Because you can't be passionate about 17 different fucking things.
Right.
And then what really pissed me off, I don't know if you know this, she has a 12-year-old son, and they're going to a baseball tournament. And she set up a GoFundMe page to pay for their fucking team thing. How much money does that bitch have?
Come on.
Exactly. And then she said something, well, the parents are hardworking, but they need some help. And then she said, if I would have paid for it, then people would criticize me. Who the fuck criticizes someone? Pay my ass. Buy my toilet paper. I don't give a shit. That's bullshit. No one gets criticized for paying for shit. So yeah, we're both killing her. Then amazingly, I picked Centralia for Hillary Duff too. I think should be interesting. First of all, I guess it's the second of all. You should never take Centralia the rest of the time.
Why?
You don't have 8.5 hours of interest in all of mankind.
Absolutely.
No, you don't. You don't. No,
this was proven yesterday. I carried the day yesterday with my interesting conversation.
For the rest of it, it was fucking. It was bad.
I couldn't disagree.
It was disturbing for the rest of us sitting with you for 5.5 hours. I couldn't say anything because I needed a ride home. But. Okay. And the one thing about Hillary Duff, one time her and her boyfriend, they got a bunch of shit for this, for going to a Halloween party as a pilgrim and an Indian. And she apologized, but I bet deep down she probably said, fuck you, I can go with what I want to go. So I wanted to talk to her about that too.
Okay, that'd be good.
Okay. All right. So we finally get different here.
Jesus.
All right. You married Lainey Wilson.
I did.
And she's real nice. I saw her in a talk show about a week ago. But I'm taking her to Arby's because her boyfriend doesn't have a damn job. It shouldn't be too tough to damn impress her. I figure a $10 sandwich, I'm fucking in. He got cut from the Steelers. He got cut from 2 other teams. He went to Canada and he got cut from there.
Yeah.
So I don't think he has a job.
That's not a bad. Mary. I don't know if I could do that much. Hopefully, she doesn't really like country music. She just sings it for a living. Because I don't know if I could do that.
No, she's pretty real.
Oh, really?
You probably wouldn't like her. Of course, no, I shouldn't say that. She probably wouldn't like you. How about that? Okay, Jeannie, I'm going up the elevator with her at the St. Louis Arch, and here's why. We're going to go up there, and it's me, her, and Willie Nelson, and we're going to get so fucking high.
Nice.
And Jeannie, not only is she gorgeous, she's a twin.
Oh.
So when the guy fixes the elevator, I'm going to get those two so high. I'm going to just have Jeannie, hey, call your sister to tell her she needs to come up here. And then I'm going to nail both of them because not only have I never had I've never had 2 in the same family. Have you?
No.
No, me either. And that would be a good thing to check off my list.
That's a good one.
Okay. And let's see. You played hopscotch with Natalie. I'm with her in Afghanistan for a couple reasons. She once posed for a calendar that other people deemed it to be very inappropriate. So she's my kind of woman right there.
Okay.
And she is a little bit older than most of these, except for Alyssa. And she's dead, so she's the oldest one of this group.
Okay.
So I'll have 2 great days with her.
Okay.
And then if the Taliban happens to be out there at about 250 yards, I'm going to bring some golf balls and tees. And if she has a driver, she can nail those fuckers.
There you go.
So I think we can escape. So I thought that would be a good one to do there. So, okay, there's our answers. Once again, I try to give him a hint. First time I ever give him a hint, and he doesn't read the damn thing.
I did.
Hope you played along with your home version of that game. And we'll be back to finish it up with some non-sexual would you rathers on Samurai Chatter. Welcome back. This is our final segment, Samurai Chatter. And today we have 4 non-sexual. At least we start with non-sexual. Sometimes conversation gets a little bad, but these are would you rather questions that me and Tiny are going to answer. He has not heard the questions, but if you watched last segment, it doesn't matter if I did send them to him because he wouldn't have fucking read them anyway. So here we go. And you guys can play at home on your home version because these questions are for everybody. We just can't fucking hear or see you. So it has to be us. All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
Would you rather only be able to listen to one song for the rest of your life or only be able to watch one movie for the rest of your life?
Ooh. Movie. Easy. Yeah.
Me too. But this is my own shit. Say it was one song. What would it be? Or one movie. What would it be? Let's see. I know that's tough. Because that is pretty easy, I think. I thought you might go with, I know you love music, and I like it, but you love it. I thought you might go with a song, but...
well, I mean, assuming that means you can listen to anything else, that was the why. I want to be able to have access to the other side of it then, right? That's the whole premise. That's one premise in my head.
Okay.
Movie. What movie would it be? Boy. Wow. Go ahead because I'm struggling here.
I had a really good answer.
Yeah.
But it's really not a really good answer because I was going to say, well, I'll take something like The Big Chill because they had a great soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
But if I take a movie, I'm allowed to listen to music, right?
That's fair.
Or let me look at this. Does that mean that?
No, I think you're looking into that too much.
Okay,
if it's on this movie, you're going to be able to listen to it through there, like The Big Chill.
But wait a minute. But if I take the movie, am I allowed to listen to music or not?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, if it's in the movie, it's just part of the sound.
No. You're once again, you're fucking not getting it. If I'm only allowed to watch one movie for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to listen to all the music I want, or is music out of my life? I don't know.
I didn't take it that way. I took it
Okay.
that you had all the music at your disposal.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll change. Then I think I'll take like The Godfather.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, if I can listen to other music. But if I can't listen to other music, I'm taking a Big Chill because I like their soundtrack.
Do you have a song?
Boy, that would be hard.
That would be tough.
hard.
I was thinking, like something that's like, Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant because it's like 17
Right.
minutes or something. But I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, that would be a tough one. I'm gonna have to think about
That's
that.
that's another
Yeah.
segment.
Okay, all right. And I think I know your answer here. It's going to be the same as mine, but you never know. Would you rather never use social media again or never watch a movie ever again?
I mean, I use social media now for more news than I do anything else. I mean, newspapers, television. I use Twitter, and those are my sources of information.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say social. I'm going to say I'd never use movies.
Never watch a movie
Yeah.
again. Okay. Well, for me, it's just the opposite. I watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And before we started this podcast, I did no social media, and now I do Facebook.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do an Argy Bargy about Facebook coming up here. I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week after.
Okay.
Excuse me. I could definitely do without social media.
I mean, I
no.
could do without it, but
If that's the choice,
yeah,
I'm no, because I watch.
I understand.
I watch a shitload of movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went social media, I went movie.
Mhm.
Would you rather have police hunting you down for a crime you didn't commit, or have a serial killer actually hunting you? That's a weird one, I know.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'll take the police because some of them serial killers, nothing against the police. I've run it, I know some fine policemen. I'll take the ones that are trying to go by the law rather than around it.
Okay. And I'm going to go the same because
I just remembered our other thing.
can you write it down or you're
I'll
gonna remember for 5 minutes?
I will.
We should be done in 5 minutes, maybe 4. Okay, good.
Sorry.
See this. Make sure you watch next week because yesterday we were talking about something we were going to do in a future podcast. I thought, okay, we'll do that next week, and then neither of us could remember it until. You know what happened? You had to get fucked up to remember because we were fucked up yesterday, and that's even true. I read that like if you learn something when you're drunk or high, then you have to get drunk or high. Yeah, it's true. It's actually true.
Oh, there you go.
And I learned how to. I took psych class and I learned all the wrong shit.
Well, it worked.
But anyway,
Sorry.
I actually had the police hunting me down for something I didn't do.
No way.
Oh, this went for over a year. For over a year,
Shit.
I had to go in for questioning. They were positive I did this, and I didn't fucking do it.
How has this not been a story?
This probably should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I was in college, and those dorm refrigerators?
Yeah.
I said I'd fill in for a guy on the weekend and deliver them for him. And I was on basketball scholarship, and back then you weren't allowed to work. So I wasn't allowed to do it. So he was paying me under the table. And I actually think he fucking stole them.
Oh.
And then I couldn't say, yeah, I'm getting paid for this because I couldn't take any money then, or there goes my scholarship.
Right.
And they were just so sure that I stole these refrigerators.
Wow.
And now there was one little curveball there. I did not steal them. But there were 2 other ones in question that were attempted to be stole. And I was part of that. So when they wanted me to take a lie detector test, I said, no fucking way. I said, no, I'm not taking that because, I did have something to do with the other. But those were recovered. The 3 that they were positive, that they said that I took them back to Pittsburgh and
Really?
and they were calling Pittsburgh and all this shit. And
What are we talking about? These even back then, what they cost? $100?
yeah, exactly.
Come on.
I know, but actually it was like $102 and $100 was the mark off for the cutoff for a felony. So they said I was going to get charged with 3 felonies. And I mean, I was in that damn police station so often. I knew all the damn police. And I did not deserve that shit. So,
Wow.
that being said, I will take that because I came out unscathed. I don't want a serial killer after me.
No, I'm not into that.
Okay, last one. Would you rather be tall and average looking or 3 foot tall and beautiful?
Ooh. I'm going to say tall and average looking because of my age. If I were younger, I think I told you this yesterday, when your kid's not tall enough, they pump you full of HGH and you grow.
Okay.
But they didn't do that at our age, so I'm taking tall.
Okay. What about, I'm changing this.
Go ahead.
What would you rather be tall and hideous or 3 feet tall and beautiful?
I'm still taking tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to me, it would depend. If I could be 7'9" like that dude we talked
Florida,
about earlier, I don't give a shit what I look like because I'm going to make a shitload of money and then you still find partners. But I imagine beautiful and 3 feet tall still a little tough,
I mean, I'm sure you could find work because, there's some sideshow, something you could do, especially if you're good looking.
Right.
But I always picture I think hot women midgets do better. I mean, if you're a hot male midget, I don't think that matters.
I agree because there was a hot female midget worked for the Pirates years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought, I would definitely date her.
Yep.
This was years and years ago.
Yeah.
But beautiful and 3 feet tall as a dude.
You're so fucked.
Yeah, you might be able to do a couple things, but I don't think life would be all that good.
I'm with you.
So, okay, we're both taking tall and average or even hideous looking. Okay, we're done. Right?
We're done.
And tune in next week because you're gonna know what he just thought of if he didn't forget. Okay, I told you last week. Stephen Wright, Rodney Dangerfield, Yogi Berra, that might be just enough, and I'm going to stick with that for a while. And Stephen Wright's going to come up here a lot because if you don't enjoy it, we do.
Yep. We've been quoting him all day.
We really have. I might not have any more quotes that you haven't heard. Anyway, Stephen Wright's a deadpan comedian. He's just freaking hilarious. If you ever have a chance to see him or read what he had to say. No, don't read anything because then you won't like these things that I'm going to give you. But anyway, he said, if your car could travel at the speed of light, would your headlights work? Okay. Number 61 is in the books. 61's a prime number, by the way.
I was going to ask that. Yeah.
But there's in the 60s, there's 2 prime numbers. In the 70s, there's 3 prime numbers.
Really?
That's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sure you wanted to. I didn't even include that in Facts of the Week. Now you know.
Almost bonus content.
Exactly. Actually. So thanks for staying with us this long, and we'll be back next week with Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk.
With his teeth, dear, scarlet billows.